Do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at you, for real. Mecca and the Soul Brother. Man, I tell you, man, I miss the 90s hip hop at some point, man. Yo, shout out to everybody who's still rocking with us on this Halloween. Wet and rainy here in the Midwest. It's your boy Big Vern, NBA edition of App Stupid. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. Please share the content and also hit the like button. Goes a long way and it helps the channel. We appreciate it. So our first segment, we talked about Cleveland embarrassing the Lakers. I don't know what JJ Redick and them can. Again, 20 turnovers. Come on now. That's just a lack of bad coaching. Then we talked about the Oklahoma City Thunder. They embarrassed. They spanked the San Antonio Spurs. And Wembanyama just didn't even seem interested in the game. I mean, this is your superstar. He only took 5 shots. Yeah, for the game. He just didn't seem like he was into it after they played a little rough with him and roughed him up on the inside. So, your Popovich, how do you get your superstar? How do you get him interested in playing again? So from the Western Conference, we go to the Eastern Conference. And last night, the Bulls and the Magic. The Bulls beat the Magic 99-102. Now, if you're a Chicago Bulls fan, you have to be overjoyed that the Bulls are now have some sort of life in the franchise. But you all may have just stole a game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all might have stole a game. You all may have stole a game. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like things. I'm not gonna act like things didn't look like you had to cock your eye. Like, what? Because Paolo Banchero did make that 3 at the buzzer, and the NBA had this ridiculous rule. It has to be like 0.3 seconds. But you could see where Chicago was battling back, and you were just on the edge of your seat because they were down by 10. And as soon as they would make a play, the Magic would counter. The Bulls would come back, the Magic would counter. And it was like, okay, I get where this is going. And I see where this is going. Patrick Williams was making shots when it mattered the most and winning these games. Now, what do they call that? A disclaimer. Okay, disclaimer. I know Josh Giddey played in that game, but I cannot put Josh Giddey, his images, anywhere on my videos because as a father, knowing what he did to those underage girls, I can't go along with that. Allegedly, what he did. I'm just telling you from what I won't do. Okay? But he was out there playing. He had a significant contribution. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. But I'm not going to put him in my poster art. So, if that's something that's bothering anybody, you're welcome to leave. But Zach LaVine had himself a good game. Not gonna hold you, Zach. Is he a quiet leader? I just don't know. I don't know. You know, he only took 9 shots, so it wasn't like he was playing out of his gourd or he needed 20 attempts. He only had 9 attempts. 9 attempts, 2 buckets, 11 points, 10 rebounds. You know, he's playing well within his skill set. And I don't know if you look at his overall total input, you can go back and look at his games where this is the lowest that he's ever scored is 11 points this season. Because you look at his attempts in the Memphis game when they beat Memphis, he had 22 attempts. So it was more or less I think he just needed that night to himself because that was only 2 nights ago. So between you needing rest and you trying to just go ahead and conserve energy because you have a road game coming up, you can look at it like that from that standpoint, and that would be totally fair. But max, that was the most he had this year. So if you go back and you look at this season in its entirety, when they beat the Bucks, he only had 15 attempts. So you see where his skill set is, and you're not mad at that. You're not mad at that. And for all of the bitching and belly aching and moaning, Kobe White came out. He played. He had himself a good game too. 21 points. I thought that play in the third quarter was very odd, where they threw him the ball and he's going into his set, and it looks like the Magic are running a two-horn offense set where you get those two guys that set a pick up front above the perimeter and the extended what do you call it, the key, and somehow it's a turnover and the Magic come back right away. And I think Suggs and Kobe White had a nice battle, guard for guard. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that wasn't a good look for them. But Kobe, like I say, when he's hot, but sometimes he misses me. He misses me with that. And I'm just like, Nikola Vujovic, he's a beast. He's a beast down low. He can take you anywhere off the dribble. He just turn around, spot up, shoot it right in your face, 15 foot out. But as good as he is, he's not strong. And I saw that also in the third quarter when Caldwell Pope closed out on him. And here it is, he's the bigger guy, and he's a true center. Caldwell Pope did not go anywhere when he was trying to back down and establish himself in the paint for the presence. Caldwell Pope was right there with him step to step. And that was very telling. I was like, wow. But again, he had himself a game. Vujovic, he was 18 points, 14 rebounds. That guy was playing. He had a double-double. Zach had a double-double. Just like Josh Giddey had a double-double. And Williams was just playing, like I said, he was playing out of his gourd. Give me a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Burn. Drop the spot. Burger King. BK, have it your way because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. If you have the app, they've got the limited time only, the cheesy tots, the things and rings, and your way meal. You can go ahead and combine anything from your Whopper Jr. to your 4-piece nugget, value fries, and cola. You can customize that order. You can do that all through the app. BK, have it your way, because you rule. Yeah, Burger King. BK, have it your way, because you rule. Get it for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not all at one time in the same day, no. Break it up, psychopaths. At one point get you at one point you go ahead and get the breakfast, the next day you get a lunch, and then finally top it off the next day with a dinner. BK. So when we go back to this game and we look at the Magics, I think during this NBA season I've only seen one other team do this because they all believe in team ball, and that's in Atlanta. But only one person from the Orlando Magic didn't score a point. And they played 18 minutes, so they had a lot of good looks at it. They just couldn't get anything to fall, and that was Gary Harris. He only had 3 attempts at the ball, but he had 18 minutes out there. They got 18 to 20. Yeah, they got 18 to 20 points out of the bench alone. And Orlando is a young, exciting team to watch. The Bulls beat the Magic. Yeah, but like I said, Banchero is the man. That dude is big time. That guy is, if you're going to sit up here and say Anthony Edwards is the face of the NBA or the perceived face going forward, you're going to have to go ahead and wrestle that in your mind. Why Paolo Banchero, why he isn't mentioned in the same breath as him. Because the Orlando Magics are a very good young team. They play absolutely together, and they don't back down. The defensive end, they play everything up tempo. They shoot great from the free throw line. 20 attempts, 18 knockdowns. They shot 90% from the free throw line. 90 from the free throw line. Now, I would like to see them rebound a little bit better if I'm going to be nitpicky, because when you get those defensive rebounds, on those offensive rebounds, that can go ahead and lead to multiple shots. They only had 6 offensive rebounds, and that's atrocious. That's atrocious. 86 shots in total, so they only shot 40% from the field. But yeah, if I only shot 40% from the field, I know I need to rebound more to get more attempts. If you rebound more, you get more attempts, you got a possibility of knocking down more shots. But in the paint, like I said, in the paint, they really didn't surrender much. 38 points in the paint. Great team defense. 9 steals, active hands in the passing lanes. Hey, Orlando is a really good team, but the victory belongs to the Bulls. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but that was a questionable win, because if they count Paolo Banchero's 3 at the end that he made, the Magics win this game, and they easily go to 4-1 on the season. So, good people of Cook County, let me know, did the Chicago Bulls steal one from the Orlando Magic? This is your boy Big Vern. We'll be back.